Hey guys, MartyBoots here. Today I just want to give an update on Bitcoin. I made a couple of videos in the last week or so. In my last video, I was talking about alt season. This is 12th of September, so about a week ago. Alt season is starting. You can see that alts have already been running, so I hope you enjoyed that video. And Bitcoin about to go parabolic. I do recommend watching that to know what to look for because Bitcoin is on the verge of a big move, well, either up or down, and there is promising signs that it can go to move to the upside. So yeah, keep an eye on that. Um, yeah, so this is also a new tool that I've been working on. Been building this tool. It is for our members in our Discord. So if you want access to this tool, come on and check it out. You can even get a free trial and test them out. But you can see here we are still red. We've had a beautiful move to the upside, consolidating. It's okay to consolidate and form some red here. You know, we could easily break out again to the upside. It is building. It needs a bit of time. As I mentioned in my last videos, it needed a little bit of time. We weren't ready to move yet. So yeah, you can see how powerful this indicator is for capturing trends, and not only capturing trends but kind of keeping you safe. You can see this even got flip red on here. uh, this started to flip red on here, giving a warning, and then obviously it flipped red on that candle right there. You know, if you had altcoins, or if you wanted to sell your Bitcoin, these trends were absolutely remarkable and beautiful. This indicator has captured it wonderfully. Now, I've not published this indicator yet. It's still in development, but we do have some other powerful indicators and tools that we do provide for our members. We can even look back here to see how it done. It's not a fluke or anything. You know, it captured the trends. It is a trending indicator. It works on all time frames, so you can use it on a 10-minute chart. As you can see here, there's a 3-day chart. You can use this on a 3-day chart here, and obviously you could have started shorting up here. Well, it was at 13,000. Obviously, it went down to 3,000, so it done pretty well. It didn't capture the exact lows, but you know, a lot of indicators struggle with that to capture the exact lows. This one done very well here, caught that move, and of course, this caught the bulk of the move right up to the very very top. Yeah, so not too bad at all. I can flip to the. You see, it caught the whole trend up here. Basically, got out on some of these dumps. Got out on dump. Um, we can go down. I can even go to a 1 hour chart just for the recent action, and you can see, you know, if you want to trade it for trending, even the 4 hour chart, you can see, you know, catching these trends. You know, that's not a small move. That's Bitcoin there. That's a 20% bounce on Bitcoin, and it even got you out at the very top here. See this on the exact top, right down there, 15% and 23% drop. There was a little fake out here, but you're always going to get a couple of fake outs. Even here, you flip red. There was a nice drop there very recently, 16% drop in Bitcoin, and we are now in bull mode on Bitcoin. As you can see, the indicator got 11% bounce. So it is designed to help you read the market. You can even check the 10-minute chart if you want to see. There's a 10-minute chart here. You know, caught this whole move up yesterday. Absolutely beautiful, 5%. It is still in development, guys. I am still working on it and still tweaking it, fixing it, improving it. But we're getting there. You know, it still needs a bit of work. But anyway, that's the indicator. If you want some access to that, come on and check us out. And the FOMC is tonight, and it will be extremely important for the market. Bitcoin has even started to flip red here. It is warning you, you know, do not be in longs here right now on Bitcoin. It's also an excellent indicator for leverage if you are inclined to trade leverage. It kind of helps to keep you on the right side of the trade if you're watching it carefully. Uh, you know, this was only a very, very small move up here, but you know, it started to flip here, you know, and that's almost a 1%, 0.9% points, just, you know, on that little move there. This is Bitcoin. it does not move like altcoins. You can see here's DYM yesterday caught the move on DYM, started flipping here. You can see it flipping, and DYM, there's a 27% bounce on this extremely powerful indicator. If you like the short, there's an 8% drop on that. Here's another 7% drop. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked here. But anyway, guys, yeah, if you want access to the indicator or if you want some help trading, we have a lot of powerful tools, lots of buy and sell alerts, and we have a wonderful group of members in there. So come on and check us out. The link is below in the description. Now, you can see there that was the powerful trend following candle coloring tool. Okay, it's extremely powerful. We have lots of other really good tools as well. A bull market detector. This is trend balls, golden balls. These two are extremely powerful as well. And the market condition, the golden trend is extremely powerful as well. So what I want to show you here, guys, is that you can see here, right? This is 12 days left in this candle, right? We can see right here. This is unlikely to pop up and do much of anything. Could it pop up and maybe just about flip green? Yeah, possibly, but you don't really expect a huge move to the upside in the last 12 days of a 3-month candle. Is it possible? Of course it is, but it's had all the time in the world to try and pop up and hold green, and it still was unable to do it. On top of that, I would suggest that there is some downside, back into these levels on a. Let me show you where I was looking at. I forget what time frame now I was looking at. Yeah, this here, I don't really like this. Now, if we're going to continue to push up and create a big bullish engulfing candle, that's okay. But here, this is resistance right here. This is the neckline right in here where it broke down. We're retesting it right now. This is an important point on the chart. It's a resistance level, and we could start to sell off from here going into the Federal Reserve meeting. But we need to see how that goes. It's very uncertain how this news is going to affect it. It is the most important FOMC, most important meeting of the year, probably, and the FOMC meeting. So that is later on today. So I do advise, if you have positions open, you need to be very careful going into that. There could be a lot of whipsaw. But yeah, so keep an eye on that. And this also, it is doing fine right now. There's no problems with that at all. I also did think we were going to come back down a bit later, but so far it's holding strong. There's no question about that. Look, I'm just looking for these time frames just to see what I was looking at. Yeah, I thought this was kind of trying to top here a little bit and possibly trying to roll over. So, what if the FOMC meeting tonight, causes a bit of a red candle back down here? That could be the start of a rejection, and then it could roll on back down into these levels where I think it needs to retest at some point. I'm not sure if it needs to retest it this quarter or maybe into next quarter. Okay, at the start of October. Okay, so we just need to see how this holds up today, and I still think it'll come down here at some point. So I'm being cautious that this could end up rolling over. I just got an alert there. But anyway, before I forget, gold had formed a similar pattern to this, and it eventually broke out to the upside. I think you need to watch my previous video. I go into in depth in that about the parabolic move, and gold actually runs 400% from these levels, right? So gold ran 400% from these levels when it formed the same structure. Right, we're somewhere in there. It's about 300,000, right? We'll call it. I think it was about 280,000. To be honest, when I made the video, I think it's somewhere there. So it's still another 376,000. So you can see how much Bitcoin has bounced. But that is what gold done. It absolutely ran very, very hard and went parabolic. Another thing I want to point out is that in these patterns, when they do hold, this white moving average here loves to hold. I could show you loads of patterns that this likes to hold what it likes to do often is do something like this and hold it as this comes up through price, and then this moves off here. So if it is very strong, this white moving average should not break. It can pierce below it. It can have some little closes below it, but you can see here, and that held. But this is not a great example because it went to double top. But on other patterns, it can hold and run very hard. But so yeah, you want to see these holding and moving off to the upside. 400% bounce would be very nice. My voice is a bit raspy. This is actually a giant bullish pattern, right? I call this pattern a pressure cooker, okay? This is pressure building, and it's almost the same as what we had previously, right? I mean, you could almost draw it that way, but you could almost draw, making a mess of that. You could draw it in many ways you want. You can draw it this way and have your triangle, which is a bit of a pressure cooker here. And you can see here, if I just draw it sideways, it's a bit of a pressure cooker. When you start rounding back up into this level, it's getting very, very ready to explode, basically. Now there's a couple of ways to draw this as well. Let me just get that back there. We'll put that on the highs. You can see we pierced. But if we start to round back up, like a rounding shape pattern, this was a rounding shape pattern. It was actually a double, larger rounding shape, and then a single. It's almost like a cup and handle. But if we do form a rounding shape pattern coming off here, I expect it to be extremely powerful, and we should move off to the upside. So gold, I'll just show you here. Gold formed an identical pattern almost. Okay, so I just want to show the pattern on gold here. It's a bit of a rounding pattern also. It rounds and rounds, and it's chopping about into the close here. And you can see this is kind of chopping about into the close. I meant to say the neckline, actually. We're chopping about into the neckline. There's two candles here as well. There's two candles forming on Bitcoin there. But the pattern is actually even better when I flip this to a 6-month candle. Now, for the reason being, I want to show you, if you actually look at this, gold only had a single red candle, right? Bitcoin is now forming a single red candle, possibly meaning on a new year. Now, that is a new year that Bitcoin could follow gold and start doing something like this, okay? So we really do need to be on guard. It is building pressure. The pattern is developing. Why is it not dropping? Why is it not dipping and pulling back so far, right? Look what gold done. Gold eventually broke out after 1 candle consolidation and ran to the upside. Now, as I was talking about earlier, gold ran about 400%. There's 360. But if you take it below the pattern, just like Bitcoin is below the top here, if you drop it back down, there's about a 400% bounce to the very top. Okay, so that brings Bitcoin to about 280,000. I'm not saying that we're going to get there, or we will get there at some point. I'm not saying we're going to get there very soon. This is a 6-month pattern. Right, you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles. That would be 4 years of an uptrend if it done the same thing as gold. But Bitcoin usually moves faster than normal stocks and commodities. So Bitcoin could really do that in a year, the way it has moved in the past. Maybe 2 years, a year and a half. So we got to see, obviously that negates the 4-year cycle, right? We've had 4-year cycles the entire way. Because of the mining, everything else, we've had 4-year cycles, another 4-year cycle, another 4-year cycle, or whatever. Maybe I didn't draw them properly, but they've worked to the very tops of the market. Like that was this was a 4-year. What am I doing? This was a 4-year cycle ending. That was a 4-year cycle ending, and we are in the middle of another 4-year cycle at this present point in time, and we've one more year left, and it has always been the very last year in the cycle that is good for altcoin market. Okay, so that will be very, very important to look out for, and we've been highly studying the altcoins. I have been highly studying altcoins recently. I already hold a lot of altcoins, but I've been looking for trades and putting out trades in the group and coins that look very good. So if you want some help with the altcoins as well, come on in, check us out. And I can make you videos on altcoins as well. But anyway, guys, I'm going to cut this off here. The FOMC meeting is tonight. There's already a very slight indicator that Bitcoin is trying to flip red after being up on a day, but that might be people just taking profit, being cautious, coming into the Federal Reserve FOMC meeting. So definitely worth watching. Do not sleep on it, especially into a new quarter and into a new 6 month, which is a new year. In the meantime, altcoins have been running very, very hard. I'm sure you've seen that. And I made a video last week, 6 or 7 days ago, warning about this. And I do recommend you watch that video. And I hope you've seen that video and got some good gains. Anyway, guys, 16 minutes on this video. I'm going to cut this off here. I will see you in the live trading room. Have a great day. And yeah, don't forget that FOMC meeting.